Oh yeah, I'll go get the glasses in a second. Let's get you all hard hatted up.
I can open the mustache. Give me the mustache.
There you go. Now you guys are safe.
Can you open this?
This is the wood, those two small pieces, and all those little triangles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. You can put it right here. Thank you. So what our plan is we are going to be making a concrete block similar to that one over there. So what we need to do is we need to make a mold. And actually what we need to do is we need to make something to hold the mold, because if you see that big white pipe right there? We're going to cut that in half so that it's a half circle. We're going to flip it upside down, and that's what we're going to pour the concrete into, so it's going to be a nice half circle. So we got to make this form together first. So if you notice, I have some pre-drilled holes. So what we need to do is we need to put these pieces right here. Can somebody hold this where it is? I need that drill. All right, so this piece has got to line up over those circles, over those holes. All right, watch your fingers because it's going to squeeze them together, so don't have anything in between them. Now the bottom's lined up. All right, make sure this thing doesn't fall. Who thinks they can put a screw in?
Me.
More. Keep going. Stop. Good. Cool. All right, put it inside the slot. If Joe and I did our stuff right, it fits. Joe and I are the best. So now what we need to do is we need to cut it in half. So we need to mix some concrete. So we need some water people and we need some mixing people. We are about to fill this with a bunch of rocks and water because this is going to take about 2 days to dry. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spray some clear coat in here so that it doesn't stick. So last thing we have to do, we need to clean out our area because I see some dust and dirt inside of it. And then we need to spray it with some clear coat. Because when we take the concrete out, we want it to come out easily. Now we need to mix some concrete. I am going to deal with the first part where it's like a little bit powdery and like kind of crazy. And then as it's mixed a little bit, you guys can get involved because it still requires a good amount of mixing. We pour in some concrete. If you notice, it's soup, but you see how like immediately there's just dust everywhere? So the mask is important. You don't want to get this in your eyes, but you don't want to get this inside of your lungs. So somebody showed me this. This is how you make pasta. If you are using flour, you make like a well. And then you put the egg in the middle. I used the wrong side of this. But instead of the egg, we're going to use water. We're not flipping water around, but we just need to get all of this dry concrete wet. So we need to mix all the corners and get them going. All right, so I'm gonna get this a little bit mixed and then you guys can start mixing it, but this is where I cannot stress enough where paying attention to what you're doing is so important. If you notice, am I flinging things around? Like I made one spill right there and I made one spill right there and I'm already like super aware of it because I need to clean it. So when you guys are mixing this, you need to go slow and you need to just mix it. All we're doing is mixing it. We're not doing anything crazy. We're not flipping water around. But we just need to get all of this dry concrete wet. So we need to mix all the corners and get them going. Be careful with that. Not trying to fling it. Mix it. Yeah. You can actually feel where there's a bunch of dry stuff on the bottom.
Asher, is it okay if somebody else takes your spot?
Can I do?
Yeah, let me just pre-mix this a little bit.
Okay, if somebody else takes your spot?
I haven't even done it.
You know how they just got their turn? They just got Perfect.
So concrete is not very strong when it comes to like breaking like this. Like if you had like a block of concrete and you're stepping on it, yeah, it's gonna be really strong. But if you had like a block of concrete and you put it between two things, it would break really easily like that. So you have to put rebar inside of it, which is why like if you see when they're building buildings, they make all the metal structures first and then pour concrete around it. It's so that it's strong like this and pushing, and it's strong like this. So that's what this is for. So we're gonna pour some first, put this in the middle of it, and then pour some over the top, so this is just like on the inside of it.
See how?
But there's no rush on this. And then what we can do is we can spread it out with this stick.
Good job, Joaquin.
So we can use this.
Be careful, Asher.
Yeah, only pour it over here. Pour it in the middle.
That works. So 2 more.
Excuse me. Right.
Careful with the rebar.
Okay.